What's up, everyone? Here we are with a classic GDI deck, classic GDI 222. Rifle, missile, Pitbull, Predator, double air. Very common type of build. Of course, it is a Razorback deck. We have the Borker at the end. This is a good example of a deck that used to be pretty fantastic before, you know, Razorback and Borker nerfs. Now it's Razorback and Borker are both a lot weaker than they were. Razorback's still okay, but I find it very difficult. If people couldn't shut down your Razorback and have heavy infantry, then a deck like this really falls apart quite quickly. And Orca Bomber he ain't what he used to be. These days you kind of sweep it, you come out and you just don't sweep up that much. I feel like, did Borker lose movement speed as well, or did it just lose the damage? It seems very hard to chase things down with a Borker now. You could like, it's just because you don't hit on the sides, right? You used to be able to follow something, and with your side damage you would take it out. So I would really like to go for a Predator tank here, but it might be way too slow. Because also, like, you gotta remember that when you make the Predator tank, you then also have to get it somewhere, which takes like another 15 seconds. But Predator is so much better than making a Pitbull against what this guy has. It looks like he's going for my Harvester with his bikes because he's a rabid Command & Conquer Rivals player who is completely incapable of not attacking Harvester at every available opportunity. He hasn't even tried, he's not even remotely trying for the missile. Not even a little bit. Just send those bikes. This Tic Tank, if this Tic Tank is not going... Wow. I was going to say if the Tic Tank's not going around the bottom of the map to go after my Harvester, I'm going to be amazed. And I am amazed. Because apparently it's not. Although I think he only turned it around to defend. I think he was going for the... I think he was actually going for the around the bottom of the map play. Tic Tanks are super annoying. They're not actually that good against Predators though, so... Just gonna spam some Predators. Even Burrowed Tic Tank takes a pretty significant chunk of damage from a Predator. Wow, this guy really likes Tic Tanks.
Unit lost. Unit ready.
This guy really likes Tic Tanks, oh my god. That is some serious Tic Tank action going on here. That Tic Tank's gonna get wrecked. Yeah, that was predictable. Wow, this guy is yeah. Okay. Not a lot more to say about this one.
Building online.
What the hell, man? So many Tic Tank. This guy's plan was literally just double half spam ticks. What a weird strategy.
Enemy base destroyed. 3, 2, 1. New objective received.
Beans. Okay, fair enough.
Harvester ready.
Zone troopers are terrible now. Yeah, they are not great.
Unit ready.
They are not great. A lot of the tech units. I mean, quite a lot of the tech units are still real strong if they actually come out.
Unit ready.
But yeah, a lot of games are over before tech arrives now. Like a lot more than before. It was you make like one small error, there's a tiny amount of stall, and tech comes out and rolls out forever. Now you can kind of play a little bit loose, and the game is still over before tech makes a significant appearance. This Chuggy is going to be too slow. Yeah, it was close, but it was a little bit too slow. Maybe at level 10 it would have been fast enough, I'm not sure. It's unusual that you see someone who hasn't even got the levels for a resource challenge. Kind of feel bad, like the guy needs the resources more than I do, but if I let him have the win, then it messes with the rest of the run, because then I have a loss. So I can't really in all good conscience concede random games.
Building online.
I'm gonna go Razorback because I just don't want to fight the lasers and the Chuggy. Oh, he's playing Chuggy Giga. Now I feel less bad because, you know, a truly hateful deck. Giga is super strong. Like, it does too much damage. It just does. You shouldn't be able to have your 2-range unit with no protection still be able to beat like light tankings or whatever. If you get to a Giga, you should be able to kill it, is what I'm trying to say. It should never like kill your, like it almost takes out the Predator.
Mission.
If the Predator's like a little bit slower to fire, the Giga kills it because it does so much damage every second.
3, 2, 1. New objective available.
Hi, Kite.
Building online. Unit ready.
Riflemen ready to move.
Yeah, it's hard to say, BD Lays. It's hard to say, man. I feel like when we watch lower league games, a lot of them don't turn into tech mirrors. That was a mistake. I was obviously trying to move this one up, not move that one. It's kind of thrown the rifle mirror a little bit there with that accidental click.
Unit lost.
We'll just move up. Oh, he's moving in. This is good for us. This gives us a way back into the rifle mirror.
Unit ready. Unit lost.
I shouldn't have moved up. Should have just chilled if he was going to move.
Unit ready.
Alright, now we're close to a stall. Close to parity, I should say.
Unit ready.
Okay, he's going to tech switch in a second. It's going to be Chuggy, I'm guessing. Yeah. Oh, he's got two halves. That's kind of scary. I didn't realize he had two halves. I've been fighting on this pad
Unit
instead of
enhanced.
charging, so that's pretty bad. Yeah, I think we're at 1 minute and the missile hasn't fired, so yeah, I kind of messed up here. Did not realize he was double half.
Unit lost.
There's a mutant. We're going to need to go Razorback against that. This is not a good start for us because Mutant Chuggy beats us in the early game. Because Rifle is not strong enough, really. Predator beats the Chuggy, but Rifle just isn't really strong enough to kill off the mutants quickly enough. The fact he's double harvester means we probably still get the missile, because we have an extra unit, like we're far enough ahead on the extra unit.
Unit lost.
But yeah, if he wins the first missile, I mean it's going to be a super long missile because we're not favored until we get our air tower open. And obviously if we lose first missile and he's double half, that's really not great. Even winning the first missile at this point, it's such a long grind. Oh dear. I didn't realize that unit had died. That's not good. Yeah, we're really not good against Mutant Chuggy first missile. Okay, well anyway, there it is. We have seen a lot of units though. We've seen Rifles, Bikes, Chuggy, Mutant, Stealth Tank.
Unit lost.
So if he has laser, which we don't know yet, but he might have laser. If he has laser, then he doesn't have oh hello. Interesting. If he has a laser, then he just doesn't have a tech unit for us to worry about, and then there's no reason for him to really be double harvester. But I don't think I've seen laser yet, so the last unit could be tech. What tech it is, I have no idea. Probably like a flame tank, or would you flame tank in that deck? Probably not. It could be like avatar, just be a random avatar. It's really like very hard to tell what his last unit is going to be. Could be almost anything at this point. Maybe he's just double half for the additional money. I mean, he's spamming a lot of Chuggies here. Oof. Oh, run Razorback. Oof, okay. This is really painful. I don't think we can win this. Well, can we win this missile? It's gonna be a tough one. No, that guy didn't fire quickly enough.
Major structural damage.
Maybe he's just double half so he can spam Jade missiles. It kind of seems like what he wants to do here, right? He's just trying to. He's not winning. He's trying to beat us on just having so much more money. It looks like he isn't really like making good trades. He just has a lot more money because he's double half, and he's using a lot of Jade missiles. Very weird strategy. I've never seen anything like this. Now, the problem with doing this is he is going to run out of money when the... He's going to run out of money when the... he didn't get the cloud down, that feels bad. When the Tiberium field's empty, he's going to run out of money. Because the Tiberium fields don't last that long with double harvester anymore since the economy changed. You actually don't get that much money out of the tib fields on double half. Yeah, I think his tip fields are empty. Okay, that was a close game though, like surprisingly close. Maybe that was a good mechanic. I don't know. Maybe it was a good mechanic to have in the game where you could beat people who are better than you by just having tech units. I don't know. It's like obviously if you're the player who loses to tech units, it's super frustrating. Like you just lose someone way worse than you because they have tech units. But maybe the game needs a mechanic like that where the weaker player can win.
Unit ready.
Eternal NG FTL reference? Probably not. I don't remember there being anything about Eternal NG and FTL.
Unit lost.
Snipers are real bad versus Razorback,
Building online.
so we're probably favored in this matchup. Yeah, Sling though, that is concerning. I wouldn't care if it was Pitbull, but Sling makes it a lot harder to dive the snipers.
Unit ready.
We're gonna need Predator tank here. We'll trade off the Razorback for the snipers.
Unit lost. Unit ready. Unit lost.
Alright, cool.
Launched.
We're definitely gonna need our War Factory. This deck is just so, like, it requires all three buildings so
Building
badly
online. Unit
that it's
ready.
kind of weak until it gets them all. Which is awkward because it means you're kind of just like bad first missile. Almost no matter what you do, you're pretty bad first missile. What do we think his anti-vehicle is? Like Bren? MLRS? Just all two range deck? Double halve again, my word.
Unit
Alright.
ready.
Probably should be more aggressive on the charging since I've seen his double harvester. There I just saw something build, so I'm guessing that's Tech Lab. Oh dear. That's a yikes. Can't even Borker it to death anymore, chat, because Borker isn't very good.
Unit lost.
But we'll give it a go.
Unit enhanced. Unit lost.
Lol.
Unit ready.
Need to kill these snipers with this Borker, I don't care after that. Alright, cool, we win. Slingshot is
Cannon
trash.
activated. Unit lost. Enemy base destroyed. 3, 2, 1. New objective available.
Predator. I'm gonna use Predators against Predator.
Unit ready.
Ready for action.
At least I hope I am. I've seen a dog squadron, that's a good reason to make a Predator, right? It's actually not. Predator takes so long to kill dogs. It's kind of disgusting. You're way better off making a Pitbull. This one though, a Rhino, that's a good reason to make a Predator. I would actually much rather have a Predator than a Pitbull against Buggy and Rhino. So I'm going to save up for the Pred. The missile hasn't even started charging yet as well, which is maybe good, maybe bad, depends on what he's doing
Unit ready.
with the rest of his deck. Gonna send the Predator in to help out with this rifle fight. Have it absorb the first hits and also just shoot. Having a Predator just like join the fight will swing it, I believe. Yeah, look, we won with actually 3 guys left. It's a pretty huge swing, in fact. MLRS, sure.
Enhanced.
If you're gonna drive up to me, I will kill you with boost.
Unit ready.
Imagine being called Predator and not using the Predator tank, and then getting wrecked by the Predator tank. That's
Unit lost.
that's unfortunate.
Nuclear weapon launched.
All right, Predator too strong.
Mission accomplished. Battlefield control.
Buggy actually takes 3 Scorpion hits as well, I think.
2, 1. New objective received.
Sunny 24, another Soliman player.
Unit ready.
Riflemen, lead the way.
Not 100% sure, but I believe a Buggy is 2 hits and chip. Like two hits and change to kill a Buggy with a Scorpion. So basically anything.
Marching orders received.
Wow, air tower opening. You have to be a true monster to open with your air tower.
Action.
That's just a fact.
Waiting orders. Infantry, you got it. Reporting.
Trying to keep the missile charging here because obviously he's double half.
Unit ready.
Got a shock trooper. A bit scary.
Unit lost.
Gonna need my Razorback for this. Yeah, and a Gren, yikes.
Razorback ready for a flyby. Pitbull ready to bite. Pitbull in a dog fight.
Nuclear missile launched.
That's an Orca. Alright then, let's put the missile to guard the Pitbull. Gonna go for the Harv, right? I mean, what true Rivals player can resist the Siren Call of the Harvester? Yeah, that's what I thought. Nobody can resist the Siren Call.
Yes, Commander. Pitbull ready to talk to me. Let's go. Blast them. Razorback. Pitbull here. What up? Yes,
I'd
Commander.
actually rather he shoot the Pitbull than the Razorback with those missiles. Now, what's an appropriate unit here? I guess Rifleman? I don't really want to make another Razorback into the hammer. Oh, this isn't on the pad. Whoops. That was supposed to be on the pad. I probably just bought my opponent a lot of time with that. Looks like he's holding for tech units soon. Okay, maybe not.
Unit ready.
Surely the next one's going to be the Wolverine or the Titan. Probably the Wolverine. It's always the Wolverine. Somehow it's always the Wolverine. No, no Wolverine. Iron cannon on bottom pad. You got it, boss man.
Nuclear warhead launched.
You got it, chief.
You are victorious. Control.
I know this dude. I recognize this dude.
1. New objective
Something
available.
tells me this guy is going to rush me or play tech. I can't remember. I'll go wheels first. And he's charging, so maybe I was wrong on both counts.
Unit ready.
Ready for action. Missions. Rifleman. Mission squad. Rifleman ready. Awaiting. Unit ready. Infantry ready. Rifleman.
Unit ready.
Mission squad here. Unit ready.
I don't know if Chuggy's been overpowered for 3 years. There's been a lot of things keeping Chuggy in check for a long time.
Mission squad. Missions. You got awaiting or mission squad reporting. Mission.
Unit lost. Unit ready.
Let's go. I am dangerous.
So he's obviously going to go bites. So they are.
Please talk to me. We look at best in the business. Razor mission squad. Yes, Commander.
Unit ready.
Ready for action. Talk to me. Let's get
Unit enhanced.
Ooh, the drill pod as well. That's going to be a problem. Yeah, nothing I can do about the drill pod as well. I don't think I win that missile even without the drill pod, to be honest with you. Because I need to get 2 missiles up top to fight the wheels, because I can't 1v1. Or I can't 1v2. I needed 2 missiles up top for that, and I needed the Razorback and the missile bottom, so I needed 4 units on the field. 2 of them going up here and 2 of them going down there just to compete. Kind of just felt like, I mean, it's just Nod, right? Nod is always going to be, especially Seth Nod. Seth Nod, you're always going to be really far behind first missile.
Building online.
Like, bikes are just stronger than anything GDI can do in the early game.
Commander.
Unit ready.
They're just always it's always a losing battle.
I am dangerous. Ready for strafing target. I am dangerous. Predator. Splash that.
Unit lost. Unit ready.
Will rip through. Going affirmative. I've got bogeys on Predator. Get mission squad. Best in you. Hold on to your
The bat died. That
Unit
sucks.
ready.
Razorback. There's the
Unit enhanced.
ready for action. Yes, Commander. Predator. Await the
Not sure why he went Banshee up here. Maybe just to have something that can get through the missiles, but Banshee's a weird choice for sure. Very easy to deal with a Banshee. Alright, now that we get all our buildings open, as is often the way with these GDI decks, especially 222s, once you get all your buildings open, you can start to win the game.
Unit
So hard to win first missile against Nod with a deck like this though.
Unit ready.
Especially like a Seth Nod, that's just this uber strong first missile. Now we need to play a more passive strategy where we hang back and try and force him to suicide units into our defensive line basically. His units are so cheap though, I don't think he cares. Like he can probably just keep suiciding bites and banshees the whole game and it will never significantly impact him.
Unit lost.
Moving. Pitbull here. You Razorback. You can be mine.
Unit enhanced.
Yeah, kind of what's happening. It just doesn't matter, right? He can lose.
Unit
He
ready.
can just keep losing these cheap units for the whole game. It's never relevant. Okay, I think that should be game over. That is...
Nuclear missile launched.
Got him!
Enemy base destroyed. Field control.
Ooh, same guy but playing GDI.
2.
Given that he's playing Strong Arm, and given that his deck was like a classic Seth aggro last
Building
game,
online.
I would be amazed if this was not APC. Wow, dog opening. I guess it's not APC. Could be Bike Rush APC, but that deck got like a bunch of nerfs. That deck got heavily nerfed and is not great anymore.
Waiting orders. I'm on it. Missile squadron. Unit.
I guess I just have no idea what it is. Strong Arm opens dogs. Now I think he's probably gonna have shocks in his deck.
That'll be lock. No, missile closing in. Missile. Let's await. That'll blow up. Missile lock. Missile closing in.
That's an aggressive turret. We're just gonna back up. There's no reason to fight that turret. And a Pitbull. Wow, okay.
Unit lost.
Very weird opening here from our opponent.
Squad reporting.
Unit ready.
The Pitbull was very strange, given that we're just in barracks. Yeah, there's shocks. Interesting. I was right about having shocks.
Launched.
Okay, let's get the Razorback. Another turret that I can walk away from. I shall oblige myself of the ability to walk away from this turret instead of fighting it.
Let's give him the bird. We're under mission. Forward. Best in the business.
Okay, let's get Predator for the Pitbulls.
Missions moving. You got it. Yes, Commander. You can be my wingman.
Do need to replace these missiles. We have a bunch of damaged missiles here.
Unit lost.
And an Orca. Alright, so the Orca's a bit of a problem. I'm gonna let it shoot the Predator.
Unit ready.
Gonna shoot the Pitbull, I'll boost the other one and go after him.
Unit enhanced.
Oh, nope, misclicked. That's annoying. Alright, we did get it. Gonna see if he shoots the Pred. Yeah, cool, that's what I want him to do. Alright, well, that one was, that was a weird deck. Was that Dog Shock, Pitbull, Orca, Talon?
Objective complete. 3, 2, 1. New objective available.
JJ, alright. Definitely looking to
Harvester ready.
play this one nice and slowly. Against Nod, we wanna buy time. Even if he's a tech deck, like our deck needs all 3 buildings. I do not want to play Barracks Air Tower against this guy. I want to play all 3 of my buildings. I want the first missile to be like 1 minute 20. Even if he goes double harvester, we'll start charging aggressively. But until that point, we're gonna allow it to stall.
Marching orders.
Unit ready.
Give unit move. Yes, Commander. Infantry. I'm on. I am dangerous. Report. Move out.
I want to tank with the Razorback on those missiles. Man, Razorback is so much slower than it used to be. I think I need to learn to keep it on the edge of tiles more often.
I'm a maverick of the sky. Mission moving out. Mission squad, you got it. Keep fighting. Missions on them. Await. Yes, Commander. Mission squad. Let's get going.
Come on, missiles, save the Razorback. Oof, so much damage, man.
Unit ready. Unit lost.
Yeah, this is why I didn't want to be playing
Ready.
Barracks. This is why I didn't want to be playing Barracks Air Tower against Nod. Pikes are just too strong.
Launched. Major structural damage received.
Fight, Doc 2, 1 to 5. Best in the Pitbull. Pedal to the metal. Pedal to the metal.
Unfortunate start. I have no idea what the rest of my opponent's deck is comprised of as well.
Unit lost.
So it's possible he has some late game that we now have to deal with. Walker is not late game protection anymore, like it used to be. Yeah, I mean, even shooting a flamer... So you shoot a flamer with a Razorback, it can kill a laser whilst it's being shot. That doesn't seem totally unreasonable to me, though, to be fair. I mean, the differential in cost is the same between the flamers and the Razorback and the flamers and the laser. It's like a 20 cost differential each way, so... Makes sense for them to kill their relevant targets at about the same rate. Yeah, that's annoying that I didn't block. Didn't manage to get a block down there. Let's go for a Balker. This Pitbull's not going to last much longer. So we are going to get this missile. I don't know where this Predator's going, I must have misclicked it. We do get the missile, but I don't know, like, we haven't really seen many units, right? We've seen Bike, Flamer, Laser, kind of it, right? I mean, what else has there been? So his deck could really contain any number of, a multitude of units. He hasn't gone double harvest, so that's a good sign for us. But we've really seen so few units from this guy's deck.
Unit lost. Unit ready.
It was a nice play to use the one bite to trigger it, but then he kind of drove the other bites into it. Although with the new Balker, it didn't actually kill them. Uh-oh. Those flamers are a problem. Oh, okay, he's not on the top pad. That was kind of close. We almost lost that. If he just put his bikes on the top pad, we would have lost that game. Because he would have flipped us with the drill pod. I feel like I didn't see, like, many units from that guy's deck.
3, 2, 1. New objective received.
Ah, sand. I haven't seen this guy in a while.
Building online. Unit ready.
Riflemen, lead the way.
Unit ready.
Nah, he just straight up half a milled it. Copycat. I was kind of surprised.
Infantry ready. Let's gun him down. Reporting, riflemen.
Unit ready.
Riflemen, unit, you got it. Infantry ready.
Again, even though I'm playing against GDI now,
Online.
so there isn't going to be bikes, I'm still in the same position of really wanting to get my free buildings going. Although I guess it depends what the rest of his deck looks like.
Unit lost.
Jump jets? Yeah, I want the Razorback for the jump jets for sure. It's also a shame we got this map. We would have been a lot better off on the other map with this deck against his deck. Like in terms of deck matchup, the other map would have been much better for us. But we very much want to go free buildings.
Unit lost.
Need to go more pit. I want to go Predator for the Pitbulls, but then I just lose to the Drone Swarms, I think. My Drone Swarm is too much of a danger at that point. Okay, well. That Drone Swarm is way too late.
Hey 13 Blades, happy Friday.
Yo, what's up, Mikey? Thank you for the bits, man. Happy Friday to you too.
Unit lost.
I just have to make Pitbulls, I think. I really want to make a Predator, but I feel like I'm too vulnerable to the... I'm going to leave myself too vulnerable to Drone Swarms if I go for a Predator. I will make a Razorback at some point, though. Maybe we Razorback Predator? Razorback Predator could cover most of what I need to deal with. Like, you can make Drone Swarms against that, but they don't do anything. So yeah, let's start transitioning into Razorback Predator. There's an Walker, that's not good.
Unit ready.
Okay. Oh, back to the Pitbulls then, chaps. we have to go Pitbull so we can beat the Orcas.
Unit lost.
Predator awaiting. Mission squad. Predator cannon loaded. Alright, let's do this. Pitbull in the tank division. Ready for action.
Building
Oh,
online.
that Walker was supposed to be a
Unit
the other one, Razorback.
Unit lost.
This is not looking great. That Orca's gonna kill my Predator and then I lose the missile, I think.
Warhead cancelled.
Yeah. Oh,
Unit
oh, oh,
lost.
yeah.
Missile launch.
I need to make a Razorback instead of the Orca that I built by
Major
accident.
structural damage perceived.
We are kind of weak to Orca though. I mean, we only have missile Pitbull to fight it. We don't have air to air.
Unit enhanced. Unit ready.
I guess the mistake was doing anything but make Pitbulls. That would seem to be the case here. I should have just made Pitbulls the entire game
Ready.
and nothing else. Maybe one Razorback to kill Jump Jet Troopers. But otherwise I think I was supposed to just make Pitbulls this whole game.
Unit ready. Unit lost.
Let's get rid of this Missile Trooper.
Unit ready. Unit lost. Unit lost. Unit lost.
Okay. We're looking pretty good here. Yeah, there it is. Didn't even need the halve. If he kills the halve there, it probably helps me more than it hurts me because I have enough money to play the rest of the game and I get an extra pop cap. And his deck is a spammy deck, so he beats me by me not having enough pop cap. So I think him killing my Harvester actually did me a favor, which is always great. I love it when everyone goes off the Harvester because they can't help themselves. So when it benefits the player whose Harvester died, it's always highly entertaining to me. Alright, there you go. As you can see, deck is weak because it's a GDI deck, and all GDI decks have some colossal weakness. This deck's colossal weakness was air, because obviously we have, this is the wrong deck, we have only 2 units to shoot up, which is the Pitbull and the Missile, and Pitbull does not cut it anymore. Pitbull is no longer just like the only thing you need to fight air. I mean, it's still really good, obviously, but we did struggle with the Orcas. His deck, his deck's so bad. No offense, but like, this deck is so bad against Hammerhead. If I had Hammerhead, like, it kills almost his entire deck. If Hammerhead instead of Borka, this matchup is so comically easy. I just make Hammerhead and then have a Predator and his whole deck, it just doesn't work. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the Borka deck. Borka Sag now, nowhere near as good as it used to be. And I will see you all next time.